I was talking about Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight. It took the villain to a whole new level, like the movie superhero villain, the superhero's nemesis, to a whole new level. It was not a cartoon. Ledger's performance was something that looked like a cartoon. It was, like I said, it was funny. It was haunting. It was just unbelievable. Where he brought it to life, which is what, again, it's a cliche, but it's so true. He he became the Joker. It's not just some glorified impersonation. He became the character, and to me, that's harder to do than anything in the world of acting. Is becoming that character, and Ledger did it in The Dark Knight. Now, the theories of being a sympathy vote, I'll get to that in a bit. He's up against Josh Brolin for to recap. Philip Seymour Hoffman for Doubt, Robert Downey Jr. for Tropic Thunder, Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight, Josh Brolin now for Milk. Brolin, in my opinion, is a very underrated actor until recently. I thought he was really good in No Country for Old Men. He was overlooked there a bit. Um, he was great in W, which I think he was also overlooked. But now he's finally getting his recognition for his great role as a rival politician of Harvey Milk in Milk. Again, this character is just so driven by ambition and the fact that he's got such a chip on his shoulder and he hates everything Harvey Milk stands for, including his orientation. Um, Again, it's just he brought this character to life. He brought it to life, and Brolin is fantastic here. He knocked it out of the park. And finally, Michael Shannon for Revolutionary Road, who is a big scene stealer here. Just unbelievable. He took the movie from Winslet and DiCaprio, and I just wanted to see a whole movie on this character. It was that interesting. It was very intriguing, and the rants he'd go on were just wonderful. He was mentally unstable, but what he was saying, we knew it was true, and that's what I loved about this character. And he really just added so much dimension to it, to what might have been just dismissed as a secondary character in any other movie. So, without any further ado, I believe the Oscar should go to, and here we go, Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight, and I explain why. And it's not a sympathy vote, okay? Ralph Richardson died before his nomination for Tarzan. Don't think he deserved to win. He deserved to be nominated. I'll say that. Didn't deserve to win. Um, Peter Finch, who's the last posthumous winner to get an Oscar for Network, tremendous in the film, deserved it. His name escapes me right now, but the one from Bill Palestino, though, and also directed it back in the mid '90s, was expected to get a sympathy vote. He didn't. See, to me, Oscar sympathy votes are when they snub someone for years. Paul Newman. Oh, sorry. And they give him an Oscar for a movie that doesn't even equal a tenth of the other roles he's done before, or even the two he was nominated for after. Yeah, oh, not that I'm naming any names. But yes, Heath Ledger, who's who I think should win. Who will win? Why so serious? Again, Heath Ledger. Again, I don't think it's a sympathy vote. Maybe to some of the Academy members it is. But at the end of the day, I believe the public who loved The Dark Knight knows he deserved it. And he just stood out. So, that's who I think should win Best Supporting Actor, who should and will win it. I don't think there's any way Ledger can lose. So, all right. Next up, Best Actress. And the nominees in this category read like a who's who of some of the finest actresses, I should say, I guess, in Hollywood today. Meryl Streep, 14 Oscar nominations, 2 wins, and she is up for Doubt. Her stern, almost seemingly cold, but at the same time, not at the same time not heartless performance in Doubt was really off the charts. Again, Meryl Streep never disappoints me. Even in a bad movie, she's generally really good, and the best thing about it. And I think her performance here definitely warranted the nomination. The win, I'm not so sure. Again, I think she's just amazing, but she's been better in other movies. But then again, when you're a great actress like her, you sometimes deserve multiple Oscar wins. And she's up against Melissa Leo from Frozen River. I just saw it for the first time 2 days ago. I watched it. It was an interesting movie, to say the least. Her performance is really thought provoking, I'd say. And I get another cliche, but it works. I liked her. She was good. Again, she's the dark horse in this category for sure. I really don't have really. I'm still working on an analytical review of the movie, so bear with me. Um, and she's up against Kate Winslet for her just powerful, brave performance in The Reader. Really risky role that she took. Again, to me, Kate Winslet is the finest actress in Hollywood today, working in Hollywood today. She's got so many Oscar nominations under her belt already at the age of 33. She is the next Meryl Streep. I think she's already there pretty much where Meryl Streep was at her age before. I think Kate's already there. Kate needs the statue though. I think you could have either nominated her for this or Revolutionary Road. She was tremendous in both films. I hope I always root for her every year because I think she's great. So yeah, Kate Winslet just it was a very interesting performance of just someone who seemed again much like Streep's character in Doubt is on the surface she seems so cold and just driven by what she wants. And Winslet's character is about what she wants, not necessarily maybe what she needs. And to me, but she's not. She's doing pretty bad things, but to say the least. But she's she's not heartless at the same time. And again, that's what I liked about her performance. Angelina Jolie, her very Oscar winner, of course, for Girl Interrupted, and one of the most famous, I think probably the most famous actress in all of Hollywood right now. And again, just because she's really famous doesn't mean I don't think she's great. I think she deserved her Oscar for Girl Interrupted. I loved her in that movie. Um, she's up for The Changeling as a mother who lost her child and insisting that who was returned to her, uh, the child who was returned to her isn't her son. She was great here. I really enjoyed her all the way through it. Again, the movie itself, I just saw it not long ago as well, so I'm still trying to get an analytical viewpoint of it. But Jolie is, of course, just really on par here. She really brings to life what, in my opinion, would normally be just a boring character in another period piece. So, yeah, good for her here. It's different for her, but I still think she was snubbed last year. She's up against the biggest transformation I've seen all year, Anne Hathaway. Rachel getting married. Anne Hathaway, to be honest with you, I never thought was even capable of having this kind of talent. She, again, The Devil Wears Prada was good, but Meryl Streep, that was her movie. Anne was good in The Devil Wears Prada, but nowhere near Oscar worthy. In my opinion, that was her best performance until Rachel getting married as the rehabbed, troubled Kim, who's going back for who gets a day pass for her sister's wedding. She's a confused, high-strung, just lost and broken woman who's just trying to get everything together, not just her addictions, but just herself in general. And plus now she has to deal with her family, which they all have little characterisms, mannerisms about themselves, if you will, that are a little hard to deal with, and just really kind of hurting her sobriety, if you will, and she's also hurting herself with the way she deals with it. The way Anne brings Rachel getting married to life here, and her character in it is just wonderful, and it's really the biggest transformation I've seen in years. So yes, Anne Hathaway is just tremendous here. So who do I pick? Who would I pick as a winner if I was voting? Well, I would say the Oscar goes to Anne Hathaway for Rachel getting married. I just think it was just a really, what's the word I'm looking for? High strung performance, and I mean that in a good way. It was high strung in the way that she brought the energy to her character in a dramatic film. She was a character with complexities. Maybe we don't agree with the things she does, but we still want what's best for her. And Jonathan Demme, of course, directed this movie, who directed Tom Hanks' Oscar-winning performance in Philadelphia. And Hanks' character, despite how some people feel about homosexuality or AIDS or whatever, we really felt for Andrew Beckett in that movie and Tom Hanks' character. And this is what Demme correct that does